Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our current session focuses on the processes in speech production and designing activities. I hope and expect by the end of this session you would be able to understand what are the processes that are involved in the production of speech and how they are related to the designing of certain activities. Well, my dear students, our understanding of L2 speaking has been informed by useful models of speech production in cognitive psychology. Basically, these models tell us how speech is produced in human beings. One model that has been adopted in several L2 speaking discussions is Level's model of 1989. This is the framework of conceptualization, formulation, and articulation that is based on the first language speakers. And Levels believes that this is to be followed for L2 as well. At the conceptualization level, actually conceptualization is a speaker's mental planning or establishing a concept or developing a concept in the process of producing speech. So what do I want to say? What do I intend to convey? The information that I would select for that is at this level. Such a mental concept or plan may exist as a general idea, but the message still has to be expressed in relevant words that are strung together grammatically on a string of grammar. This requires the accessing and retrieval of vocabulary that is stored in long-term memory that exists in individuals' words, that exists in individuals' mind, having words, phrases, or even complicated kind of chunks of utterances. So basically, when a concept or an idea is developed by a speaker with the intention to speak it, the speaker would then make a selection from this long-term memory where there is a lot of fund of these words, phrases, or chunks of language. Now, during this process of formulation, the speaker will actively draw on their knowledge of the language to express their meanings as clearly and as precisely as possible through making appropriate choices of language. Now, the actual expression of the ideas for the listener occurs when these words are said aloud through phonological encoding at the segmental and suprasegmental level. What does it mean? It means now that the speaker has chosen the words or strings of grammar on which these words would be placed, then comes the stage of production where these are to be produced. And in the production, there are two aspects, the segmental level and the suprasegmental level. Every sound, for example, the word field, or for example, the word speed. So, for example, E sound in speed or sped, a sound in sped. So how to differentiate in these sounds and how to produce these sounds on the smaller level, and then the combinations of sounds in the whole utterance. For example, this is beautiful or this is beautiful. So where to put stress and where not to put stress becomes important. This physical process, which is called articulation, is brought about by the activation and control of the components of the articulatory system. Directions of speech processing are significant in this regard. According to Levels 1989, while the processes of conceptualization, formulation, and articulation often occur interactively, they can also take place in a linear manner. So, one after the other, where you carefully think about the general idea, choose words, and then speak. But a lot of times, all these three steps take place simultaneously. As far as the metacognitive processes are concerned, these are mental processes operating at a level beyond the direct manipulation of language and ideas. Metacognitive processes manage and regulate speech as it is processed cognitively and articulated physically. So, the mental process of designing, I would say, the speech, and the physical, practical aspect of producing it. A primary metacognitive process is monitoring, according to Bygate 1998. This occurs when speakers check the accuracy and the appropriateness of what is being said and how it is being said, and when how time is being utilized, in how much time it is being said when they produce it. Another metacognitive process is evaluation, which takes place following the speech production. Speakers may review what they have just said. So, after you have said something, kind of reconsidering or thinking or reviewing to evaluate whether your choices were appropriate or not, or whether, the way you pronounced it was correct or not. Another important key metacognitive process is planning, and this may overlap with the conceptualization phase in situations when speakers have plenty of time to think about what they want to say. For example, in preparing a presentation. So this is different from the real life everyday activities where, you have to speak spontaneously. Now, when it comes to the designing of activities, all these cognitive and metacognitive and the physical aspects of the production of language, then these need to be kept in mind so that, the activities are designed in such a way that the learners get practice in, in selecting the words, and then in selecting the idea, I would say, then formulating the words, and then finally articulating them appropriately.